everything is about the mindset. When we want to shape a family, we want to have lots of money, organize a company, to have a healthy body. For everything, we need a right mindset. So I was wondering that what is the right mindset for shaping a healthy love relationship, for attracting, manifesting a true love partner, a love partner that also is in harmony with you, is in the same mindset, understanding with you. And so it make easy your journey of your love relationship, maintaining and flourishing a love relationship. So by witnessing many women who have been successful in finding true love partner and maintaining a love relationship, and compare their mindset with those women who are facing some challenges in this regard, I came to know that there are 7 qualities or 7 mindset or a state of beingness that every woman needs to achieve, to embody, in order to attract a true love partner and maintaining a healthy love relationship. By combining the name of this 7 mindset, I shaped the name of the SHEWILD, and I call it SHEWILD method. That here SHEWILD, each of these letters represent one of those 7 qualities. And I can say that the main part of this 7 practice is practicing unconditioning our mind to get free, liberated from the programming of civilization, our conditioning, our limited beliefs. And for this unconditioning, we need to practice the wildness. When we return to our origin, we have this potential of to be wild, to be crazy, irrational, free. And through achieving to this wildness, we have the chance to get free from the program of civilization that wants to domesticize us, to make us to be domestic. A person that is wild can be free, can say no to whatever that doesn't serve the person anymore. The person that is wild doesn't need to identify herself with her past memories. Doesn't need to look at the past and say, oh, I am this because this happens to me. A wild person is free, is not domestic, is one with the flow of nature, and that's why always this person can find a new shape, new format, for new meaning for herself. So I repeat that amongst those 7 practices, the main matter is this wildness, and that's why the interesting is SHEWILD method has a double emphasis on the importance of practicing wildness. Those women who learn how to be wild, also they can create a greater connection with their love partner. They can bring out talent, the power of a man. They can heal and empower masculinity. They can heal. Those women who are wild are like a divine witches that can create transformation, alchemy in everything. And that's why I believe that guiding a person towards to be wild is a radical practice. And somehow what I went through in the last 25 years, living in nature and facing lots of dark and lights of my students, facing, embracing, discovering, purifying my own darkness and lightness, my own weakness and strengths. All of them give me this ability or understanding how to raise this wildness someone. However, this is very radical, unorthodox practice. Is a practice against the regime of civilization. Sometimes my students, they have this expectation of me to be polite, to be civilized, to be spiritual. But often I say to them that if I be polite, civilized, spiritual, then I lead you again to the same place that civilization was leading you. You will end up to the same place. You cannot truly embody, awaken your true feminine power. I believe that the spirit, one of the 7 practices, is a way to connect with the spirit or with our higher self. And when we go to the higher dimension, over there is no good and bad. We are not consuming anymore from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. You know, the oldest human story is about how Adam and Eve, they eat from the tree of knowledge. They got the ability to judge good and bad, and that's why they lost the heaven and they fall into the lower dimension, to the earth. So to connect with the spirit, to bring the magic of femininity, the femininity here is the symbol of creating, manifesting, materializing. To achieve, to access to this power, we need to overcome judging good and bad. See the life, see the creation, instead to categorizing everything according good and bad. When we judge the things, when we judge the creation, we lose our connection with the creation, with the source of creation. And through this disconnection, we lose our ability to create and manifest new things, to be transformative. That's why practicing wildness is a way to, first of all, embracing who we are. And this helps us to not judge good and bad. It leads us to be authentic. And when we are authentic, we are in the higher vibration. This vibration helps us to create transformation in everyone who comes around us, to create a greater fire, connection, soul bond, energetic bond with our love partner. Life will become magical when we are beyond the good and bad, when we are one with the creation. If someone come and say to me, I am only good, I am only spiritual, I am only divine, I am only angel, I will think that this person is not connected with the truth of life. Life is a extreme spectrum from good to bad, from beauty to ugliness, from dark to the light. So those people who see themselves only in one polarity, they think that I have only one polarity. My polarity is only good. They are not able to see that life doesn't work with good and bad. Life is a flow, is a power, is a dance of all the qualities together. So practicing wildness is a way to become a divine witch, able to dance with life, to extract from life, to invite the life, to don't personalize everything because we know that this is the flow of life, to don't seek the weakness, the wrong things in others. The more we embrace our authenticity, our wildness, our freedom to be, the more we hold a space for others to be the same, to be just who they are. We don't try to change others, to judge others, to complain. And this make a love relationship also very stable, make a love relationship a journey, a flow, instead a work or a challenge or a place for reflect. There is no need to reflect or to change. So this SHEWILD method, it refers to embracing life, embracing ourselves, to become extraordinary, to become one with our own inner feminine power, the power of creation. Do you have any question of this?
Do you want to explain every single letter? What it means? SHEWILD?
Yes. The S is the symbol of connecting with the spirit. This method is outcome of my 6 years study on infinite way through my guru Joe Goldsmith. Is a way to feel our goddessliness, our godliness, to go beyond identifying ourselves only as human beings, and to see our higher self, and to learn how to manifest the things, do the things through our spirit. How let our higher self be the governor of our life. So the first part of the SHEWILD, S, represent the connection with the spirit. And the second letter, H, to represent humbleness and honoring ourselves. How learn to be humble and at the same time honoring our existence. The E, it represents the ego. For become a master of manifestation, to become able to manifest a flourishing love relationship, we need to know the games of ego. How the ego is made based on the fear, not wildness, is made based on predicting everything, needs of providing everything. So the E here represents knowing the nature of ego and not feed the ego. And then the letter W, it represents the wildness, how to be learn how to be uncivilized, free, embracing our wildness, which this wildness also is a practice that can be achieved through learning how to raise our sexual energy, our kundalini. Because when the energy, our life force energy arise, when we learn how to maintain it and arise it, this by itself help us to not think based on the fear or rational. It leads us to the earth, to this wildness of life by itself, to the fire of life. And then the I, it represents the imagination, learning how to use of the power of visualization, because the creation work with the visualization. This life is a dream, is a matrix made in the mind of the universal consciousness. So we learn how to use the power of visualization, imagination. And then L represent learning the art of lovemaking and intimacy. Without learning the art of lovemaking and intimacy is very difficult to feed the love relationship. If we don't know the art of lovemaking, we just can't do sex. And there is a difference between sex and lovemaking. Sex is only experience for a pleasure, but lovemaking, as it's lovemaking, is a journey to boost the love, to learn how to transform our sexual energy to the love. Especially this practice is very important for men, because men, they feel their sexual energy is a fuel for their engine of heart to generate love. Imagine if we take away all the sexual energy from a man, that person will become so cold or depressed. It become like a robot, right? But when there is sexual energy, there is masculinity, there is wildness. And then this energy, when arrive to the heart chakra, to the engine of heart, it generate love. So it kind of is true that men fall in love through the sex. So learning the art of love making is for a woman especially, is to understanding the body of the man and how to work with this energy, how to help the man to regain its own masculine power. Many of the men in this today world, they are more feminine, or because of pornography or dating apps, they are a little disconnected with their own true energy or power. That's why a certain amount of healing or transformation needed for every man. And the women who learn SHEWILD method, they learn how to work with this energy and how to empower a man, how to heal a man, how to change the lifestyle of a man. And I believe that women are healers. Women are transformative. This is what exists very organically with the nature of. They know how to care, how to be attentive, how to give the energy, and how to alchemize the dynamics. And so here L represent the art of lovemaking and intimacy. And D is the part of the devotion, practicing how to surrender, have devotion to the higher self, to the master, to a masculine being, which is very important for women to let their feminine energy flow, moves out. Many of the women, they never had the chance to have a great connection or bond with their father or with their previous boyfriends. And that's why they don't know how to be attentive, how to be mindless, or how to hold a space for a man. Practicing devotion to the higher self is not only a passive way, is not something passive or something related to be surrender. It is a power. This power of devotion is a power of holding a space. Remain connected, no, not retreating, not reacting, listening and receiving. And through receiving, they can transform. We all have the power of the alchemy to alchemize everything and create better. If we just want to react, fight, we don't give the chance to respond, to transform. So practicing devotion is a way to stay connected, stay open. So yes, this SHEWILD, SHEWILD is the outcome of my 2 decades study on the mindset of the men and women in the love relationship. And I believe that, especially in today's world, many people are facing struggles in love relationship, and this is the key. This is a bridge. This is a portal. It's a portal for reach to a state of consciousness, a state of beingness, a higher mindset that allow us to invite the love to our life and do the dance of love with a love partner. This is very important for our soul because we are made of love. Our essence is love. And so in interaction with someone else in the journey of love, we get more connected with our own true essence. We touch, we feel our essence. As I told you before that, when you have a piece of magnet in your hand, it looks like an iron. You cannot feel its power. But just when you bring this magnet in interaction with another iron or magnet, then you will see how much this magnet is powerful. The true power of this magnet, it express itself. Likewise, when we enter a love relationship, our true essence can be seen, can be explored, can be expressed. So reaching to love is a part of our beingness, is a state of our beingness, is a state that is beyond the realm of ego, the realm of judging or living in the civilization. Love cannot happen where the ego exists. Love can happen when there is connection with the higher self, where there is a spirit.
That's another question. When I want to become a white witch, or the woman out there who see a video who say, yes, I want to be successful in a relationship. How can they reach out to you? Or how does your training works, your workshop? What do you offer?
We often, before someone come to this workshop or community, I would like to call it community because they interact with others, and through this interaction, they explore themselves. In this community, they face themselves and they practice all the 7 part of SHEWILD method. However, before they join in this community, we will have a few online session meetings to understand that we can work together. For those people who want to come in this community, it's very important to understand the philosophy of my teaching, to understand from where I am coming from, to understand all the dark and light aspects of my life experience and how I work with the dark and light. So I often say, more than how much my student needs to trust me, I need to trust them that they have the maturity to go beyond their civilized format. So we will have some meetings to talk about every aspects of this journey, and then when we feel that we are connected or we have a common understanding, then they can come and start this SHEWILD method. This SHEWILD method cannot be practiced only online. It's a deep journey that I assume at least a person needs to work on it for 2 months. Stay for 2 months in this journey of dropping the old skin like a snake, find a new life. Thank you.
Thank you.